Imagine a mother's deepest nightmare coming alive on screen. A long-lost child suddenly reappearing. But is it real, or just a cruel twist of fate? But here's where it gets controversial. Renée Zellweger is stepping into the spotlight for a thriller that dives headfirst into the murky waters of deception and delusion, promising to leave audiences questioning what's true and what's imagined. And this is the part most people miss. The film isn't just about suspense. It's a psychological deep dive that could redefine how we view family bonds and mental fragility. Let's unpack this exciting new project together, breaking it down step by step for anyone new to Hollywood buzz. Renée Zellweger, that brilliant Oscar-winning actress, is not only starring in Phantom Son, a gripping psychological thriller, but also producing it. The film is being directed by the talented David Yates, known for his work on blockbuster series and backed financially as well as co-produced by Stuart Ford's AGC Studios. For beginners, think of AGC Studios as a powerhouse in film financing. Companies like this help turn creative ideas into reality by providing the budget and resources needed for big productions. At the heart of Phantom Son is a compelling story that centers on Ronnie, a young runaway who's down on his luck and facing the harsh realities of life on the streets. He's taken in by Audrey, played by Zellweger, a woman who's been profoundly lonely since her own son was kidnapped 2 decades ago. As Audrey starts to believe that Ronnie might actually be her long-lost child, the narrative unfolds into a tense cat-and-mouse game that challenges the boundaries between what's deceitful and what's a genuine delusion. For those unfamiliar with psychological thrillers, this setup is like a real-world what-if scenario, where grief and hope collide. Imagine the emotional roller coaster of clinging to a shred of possibility, only for it to spiral into uncertainty. It's a theme that resonates deeply, exploring how trauma can warp our perceptions. And it might spark debate. Is Audrey's belief a sign of resilience or a dangerous illusion? But here's where it gets controversial. What if the film's portrayal suggests that some delusions are better left unchallenged for the sake of peace? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments. The project was brought to life under Zellweger and Carmela Cassinelli's Big Picture co-banner, with David Yates brought on board to direct, from a screenplay penned by Ian Scott McCullough. AGC Studios jumped in as a key producing partner, rounding out the team. Casting for additional roles is currently in progress, with plans to kick off production in the early part of 2026. Perfect timing for film fans eagerly awaiting new releases. Zellweger and Cassinelli shared their enthusiasm in a joint statement. Phantom Son is that rare find with the potential to resonate widely through its deep, character-focused narrative, the kind we adore producing. We're overjoyed to be crafting it with such an exceptional group. Led by David and partnered with AGC, we're set to create something truly remarkable. This quote highlights the passion behind the scenes, showing how even seasoned pros get excited about stories that blend emotion with intrigue. David Yates, the director, has an impressive resume that includes helming the last 4 Harry Potter films, as well as The Legend of Tarzan and the Fantastic Beasts trilogy. These projects showcase his knack for handling epic tales with a mix of magic and drama, skills that should translate well to the intimate, suspenseful vibe of Phantom Son. Zellweger, on the other hand, brings her own star power from hits like Judy, where she portrayed Judy Garland, Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, the romantic comedy sequel, Cold Mountain, a Civil War epic, and Chicago, the acclaimed musical. Her versatility makes her an ideal choice for a role demanding both vulnerability and strength. And it's fascinating to see how the past performances in emotionally charged stories might influence this new one. Worldwide rights for the film are being handled jointly by AGC International and CAA Media Finance, who will launch sales at the upcoming American film market next week. This is a big deal for industry insiders. Events like the AFM are where deals get made, often deciding a movie's international reach. Additional casting details are still being finalised, with that Q1 2026 start date locked in to ensure everything comes together smoothly. Representation-wise, Zellweger is with CAA, David Yates with Casarotto Ramsey Associates and CAA. And Scott McCullum, do you think films like this help or hinder our understanding of real-life delusions? Is it problematic to portray such themes for entertainment, or does it foster empathy? What's your take on Zellweger's choice of roles? Evolution or something more? Share your opinions in the comments below. We're curious to see what sparks debate.